You ever notice something? Everybody's wise after the fact. You know, something happens, and all of a sudden everybody's got their own little opinion on it. Well, you should have done this. Well, you should have done that. Well, you should have. You could have. You would have. But I didn't. You want to hear why I didn't? Well, because I was put in that situation, not you. Micromanagers, they're a dime a dozen. It's about to get hot. Shit happens. So, hi everybody, Vermont Survivalist here, and this video, the experts versus real world. There's a lot of survival experts out there, an incredible amount. I mean, all you gotta do is look on YouTube and you'll see it. I mean, these guys, man, they just come out of this woodwork. They got all kinds of crafty ideas on how to survive if shit hits the fan. That's the beautiful thing about experts, is they got an answer for pretty much everything. You know what I mean? And it's not how real world usually begins, and well, it begins that way, but it never really ends that way. You know what I mean? Things just don't go as planned. I think that was in a Batman movie. When things goes as planned, you know? It's part of the plan. Well, when you're in a survival situation, things don't go as planned. They never do. They ever rarely do. You know what I mean? You are going to run into just bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. And I guess, in a way, if you are an expert, you know, you have the tools and the knowledge to remain calm. Confidence. That's pretty much it. Confidence. That's how come you can remain calm, because you're confident in your ability, just in case you couldn't put it together. But we ain't talking about experts in bushcraft survival. We're talking about shit that hits the fan survival. Okay? And you want to hear something? There's not really that many experts out there about shit hits the fan. All it is just pure speculation. Let's just face it. You know, we were told up and down what a pandemic would look like. I remember seeing so many videos. This is what's going to happen if a pandemic happens. This is what's going to happen if a pandemic happens. This is what happens. And every last fucking one of us that ever, we were all wrong. I mean, wrong. I think the only thing that we were fucking wrong, you know? Nobody was right. The only thing people are right about, and this is the people when people take credit for, is I knew a pandemic was about to happen. Of course, a nutless monkey would figure out, hey, you know, we were overdue for that. So, but you see, they're patting themselves on the back for it. You know what I mean? I told you. But nobody had a fucking inkling on how to act, on how it was going to go. Everybody thought it was just going to be balls to the wall. Like, people are going to be panicking on the streets, running around, looting people. That wasn't the case. The only people running around looting people, well, we all know who they were. And that wasn't because of the pandemic. That was because of an election. Is that a Black Lives Matter flag behind me? Oh, wait, I'm mistaken. The experts, and this goes to show you that the manual is just the manual. It's guidelines. That's all it is. That's all it ever will be, is guidelines. This may happen. So if this happens, then you can do this. But you want to hear something? It may say, oh, you can do this. But your circumstance could be slightly different that may change how you react to that threat. Huh. So anyways. You ever have the feeling like you're being watched? Or maybe it's just paranoia. So, survival is never by the book. It's never by the book. It never will be by the book. You know, you have to think outside of the box most of the time. You know what I mean? Survival has nothing to do with by the book. It has nothing to do with anybody has anything to say. The only thing you can do is learn the basic shit. And then from that basic shit, then that's it. You know, you can take helpful hints from Dave Dingleberry and you know the rest of them. You can take hints from those guys. But other than that, though, look, when you go to their schools and when you are in a controlled setting, the only thing you're doing is learning basic skills, and everything else you're going to have to wing. And this whole pandemic bullshit that you sit there and see, you know, these experts sitting there, well, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. Well, let me tell you something. It didn't happen that way, and you all know. Everybody was just swinging. It was first time, you know, first time the world had to deal with something like that. And you want to hear something? We're very lucky. We're very lucky that it wasn't as bad as what people said it was. Because I can only imagine if it was really, really fucking bad. I'm talking bodies inside fucking, you know what I mean? Inside stadiums and shit. You know, crematories and shit. Yeah, it could have been very, 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 very fucking bad. But we can thank soap. Yeah, soap. We can thank soap for the reason why. Cleaning fluids and shit like that. We can thank for sanitation, you know, hugely. I think the bubonic plague was caused by rats, fleas. I think that's what it was. But that's it. And you just got to keep in mind, nothing ever goes as planned. And the minute you think something goes as planned, and the minute you think this is how it's going to happen, you're going to get a wake-up call. You're going to get a serious wake-up call. And either two things are going to happen. It's going to drive you fucking insane to the point where you're just going to throw up your hands and say, fuck it. Or two, you're just going to keep kicking on. And you roll the punches and work the problem. And that's pretty much it. Survival, just like the pandemic. An expert will work the problem. That's a true expert. He's not somebody. He's given a task, and he works that fucking problem. As soon as he works that problem, then he's gonna work at another problem, and you're gonna keep working problems, and until you earn that right to survive, and then that's it. That's how it works, and that's how it goes. I'm no expert, and I don't even claim to be. I don't even want to be a fucking expert. Fuck experts. But the more you know, the better off you are. And I do mean know about everything. Everything. Know how everything works. And you got to think outside that box. You can't live in a box. You can't live by the manual. There's some people out there, man, they have a fucking set routine. And they do this routine every day. And then all of a sudden something happens. And then all of a sudden they're flustered for the whole day because their routine got interrupted. There's nothing routine about survival. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's survival. And you take it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. And the minute you think you got it licked, then something fucking happens. That's survival. That's how it works. That's life. You gotta love the woods. But yeah, all right. Long road ahead. Just thought maybe I'd do that video real quick. Again, if you guys are already subscribed to this channel, I thank you, and welcome. And I really appreciate everything that you guys say, you put down there on the thing. Awesome. Again, write where you're from and stuff, because I'm curious, you know what I mean? I'm very curious of that shit. And if you haven't subscribed, it only hurts the first time. But yeah, again, check out my boy Wood's channel. He's just wood, straight wood. You'll see him. He'll be in like a colonial red coat uniform. He does a lot of history stuff. So check his channel out. You know, he's a good dude. Yeah. So without further ado, Vermont Survivalists, as always, besides my current situation, woo, good to go.